Do you think you listen to your people? If you think yes, watch this video till the end because this might change your perspective towards listening for your entire life. Hi everyone, I'm Jyotsna Bidwe, your communication and self-awareness coach, and today I'm going to talk about two beautiful types of listenings: empathetic listening and relationship listening. So I'm super excited to share this with you. Make sure that you have pen and paper ready with you so that you can take notes and practice it consciously in your life. So let's start with empathetic listening. I have a question for you. Imagine a situation where a 5-year-old child in your house is crying in the evening when you come home. You ask the child, "What happened, bacha?" And he answers, "Oh, I lost my puppy today. I have been searching for it the entire day. I did not find it anywhere and I'm so sad now." What is the reaction that you will give? How would you respond to the child? I asked this question to many of my participants, and you know how they reply? I would ask my child to maybe go and search for it once again, or wait for 2 more days, maybe the puppy will come back, or they would say, "Okay, let's go for an ice cream and then we can think about it." And some of the parents even say, "Let's go to the market and buy a new puppy." But do you really think that is bringing empathy in the conversation? A real empathetic parent would sit beside the child and ask, "How do you feel about it? What do you want to do about it?" It's not you who are going to decide on it. You just need to be there with that child and let the child explain. You know, one simple question like this can really loosen the burden on the child. And it's not about this particular child, okay? It's about every other person in your life. Most of the people complain whenever I go and share my problems with somebody. People are always ready with advices. So we all have this habit of giving free advices. So remember, being an empathetic listener, you just need to be there to listen to the problem. Ask the person, how do they feel about it? How do they want to find solution for it? I'm sure most of the times they have the solution and they will tell you. If they don't have, please again don't give advice or the solution that you have in your mind, but ask, do they really want you to tell the solution? If they say yes, then and then only you should give the solution. Otherwise, you just need to be there with them, holding their hand, maybe giving a hug and letting them know that they are not alone. So this is empathetic listening, and it is very important to have this in your personal as well as in professional life. Let's move to the second one, relationship listening. And this is something that has been very close to my heart and something that I have always been practicing, and it has really changed my communication with people. It has really changed my relationship with everybody. So what it means is, you listen to people not because what they say that matters, but the people actually matter. I remember when I used to come back from college in the evening, I would be so tired. I would have had such a hectic day that I had no energy left. I would tell myself, now I'm going to enter the house, keep my stuff and sleep. But the moment I would enter my door, my young child would jump with happiness because he has not seen me for the entire day, and he would be so excited to share his day with me, what he ate, what kind of games he played, which cartoon he watched, what happened in the school, how the teacher scolded him. And to be honest, in that moment, these things really did not matter to me. I was never interested. I just wanted to rest. But what I did, you can guess it, right? I would sit beside him and listen to him with a lot of patience and the same level of energy he had. "Oh my God, this is what you watched. Acha, then what happened?" And the conversation would continue. And the habit has continued for both of us for sharing. But what happened meanwhile is, I realized that I'm listening to my child not because what he says that matters, but my relationship with him does matter to me. Person matters to me, so I listen. Now you can apply this in your professional life also. You might have a boss who complains a lot, or who shouts a lot, or he or she will tell you 10 other things before they actually assign your work, but you still listen to them. Why do you do it? It's not because they're saying something valuable, but because your relationship with that person as a boss really matters to you and you would want to preserve it. And it's an amazing, beautiful process that you can follow everywhere in your life, that you listen to people not because what they say matters, but they matter to you. and you will definitely strengthen your relationships with them. So if you have still not understood what I really meant, revisit this video, save it for later, and start practicing it with each and every person in your life. And I'm sure the way I have seen beautiful shift in my life, you will also be able to see it. So do let me know in comments how your experience was, and if you faced any challenges in the comments, I would be super excited to answer you. Thank you so much for being here till the end. Take care, keep evolving.